any technical issues. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So yeah, please speak out if there is any issue that you are facing during the session. Okay. Okay. So last time I had discussed about the honors examination and what the honors examination is all about. Today we'll continue with that. Okay. So this is our second session. So this is more about, remember, this is more about introducing the students to the style of examination. What I will also be doing is that I will be introducing first to the concept. Okay, and then once I have introduced you to the concept, then I will be taking you through problems, the problems that you can expect in an examination like ASMA and AMC, okay, and similar kind of examination. So you understood the kind of pattern like what we are following during the session? Okay, so first we will start off with this concept of ratio. Yeah, it's a simple concept where most students would have been introduced to the idea. So let us just revise the concept first. And then once we have revised, let us look at some of the problems that you can expect on your examination. Okay, let us first see what a ratio is. So we use ratios to make comparisons between two things. When we express ratio in words, we use the word to. We say the ratio is of something to something else. Ratios can be written in several different ways. It can be written as a fraction, so I can write it as 1/2. Using the word 2, I can connect two numbers saying that 1 to 2, or else I can even use a colon, so 1:2. I think most students are familiar with this idea of ratios and how ratios are written. Let us look at a simple problem based on the idea of ratio. Say for example, it is said that the ratio of ducks and geese at a park is in the ratio of 16 ducks to 9 geese. Suppose that there are 192 ducks. How many geese are there? Okay, this is a question posed to the students. Can you answer the question? It's a very simple question based on the idea of ratios. I already have two answers here, Rahul and Aniket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Vishwa, who has also answered the question. Okay, all these answers are correct. I can see them, all of them are right. Okay, anyone else? Yeah, that is 108. Right. Yes, Rishikesh, please, Rishik, please keep your microphone off. Otherwise, this will disturb the class. Okay, so there should be a red cross. That's right. Thank you. 108 is absolutely correct. Rahul, Aniket, Vishwa, very good. Okay, I would like to see more students answering questions. Ananya. Okay, you can use the chat box to answer the question. I will expect the answers on the chat box. Aryan, okay, please participate. Diven, okay, please do that next time. Okay, so here we can see that the answer to this question is 108, and students who got the answer as 108 are right. Okay. It's a simple basic question. Very good for participating. Thank you for participating. Let's look at another idea, another question. Okay, now this question has a lot of information, and that is why I have used different colors. But remember, in the examination, colors are not going to be different. It is going to be in one color, that is black. But you need to synthesize the information, and that is the idea. Farmer Murphy has cows, horses, pigs, ducks and chickens on his farm. Now let us look at the information. The information says the ratio of cows to chicken is 4 to 7. Now that I have introduced you to the concept of ratios, you know what this means. It simply means 4 divided by 7 or 4 is to 7, because 4 to 7 can be interpreted as 4 divided by 7, or it can be interpreted as 4 is to 7 or 4:7. Similarly, there is another ratio given to you as pigs to ducks, that is 2 to 3. Then there is one more ratio, that is cows to pig, that is 8 to 5. The ratio of ducks to all animals is 5 to 27. If Farmer Murphy has 48 cows, how many horses does he have? Okay, I will give you a small hint initially. This is how you should start the problem. So it says cows to chickens is 4 by 7, so 4 divided by 7. I already know the number of cows. I already know the number of the ratios. I already know the number of cows are 48. So on the other hand, I can take it in the same proportion and I can say 48 divided by chickens and solve for chickens. Rahul already has an answer there. That's nice. Can students go ahead and help me find or use the next piece of information? To give you a small hint here, since I know how many chickens are there, okay, and I also know how many cows are there, let me try to find out some other animal. Vishwa has the answer. Okay, let us see. Okay, I have done 2 more calculations for you. Any more answers? Anyone else who can answer this question? I've come to the point where we have the number of ducks that are there on the farm, on Farmer Murphy's farm. Yes, anyone? Yes, I will give you time, definitely. Students can take time. I've got the problem up to a certain level. You can use your notepads or books that you have and your pens and answer the question. I would suggest students not using the calculator because it's pretty simple, but if you use one, it is all right.
Calculator. It's okay. Not for this, the next other question.
Vishwa, I'll get back to you on the answer. But good that you're participating and you were very quick. Ankit has the answer. Anybody else?
Is it 36? Is it 36?
I would expect Diven that you use the chat box, please, so that others also get an opportunity to answer the question. Rahul is again, yeah, changed his answer now. Yes, now I think most of y'all are getting the answer. Okay, so ducks to all is going to give me the answer to all the animals that are there. And the answer for the horse is 36. And that was very good. Vishwa was very quick in this question. Very good, Vishwa. You did a good job. Everybody else also got the answer. Ankit, you were second in answering the question. Then it was Aryan, Rahul. Yes, very good. Diven also answered this question, 36. Rahul had a doubt here, but I think it's answered. You can use the chat box if there is any confusion for anyone. Is everybody with me and is all right? Everything is all right? Use the chat box, please, if you have any doubt. Yes, okay. Aniket says yes. Yes, Rahul got 36. Very good. Aryan is asking, can you explain in detail? Of course I can. Of course I can explain this in detail. Okay. See what was the basic logic behind this question? It gave you a lot of information and asked you to use that information in order to arrive at the answer. So what I did is I used cows to chickens initially to get the number of chickens because I knew that there was enough information for me to get the total number of animals eventually, but for that I required the ducks, because remember that the total number of animals are compared to ducks. Deven, please, your microphone should be on off mode. Thank you. Ducks to animals has to be 5 to 27. Okay, and that is exactly what I have done. So I started off with cows to chicken, then used cows to find out pigs, then used pigs to find out ducks, then used ducks to find out all. And once I had all the animals, I could find out the horses, because that was the only missing information. Is that fine, Aryan? You can use the chat box. Yes, Aryan, any doubt? Yes, he says thank you. Okay, so I think you have got it. Okay, good. I think everyone is with me now. Everyone has followed. Let's move to the next question. Okay, let's look at the percentage. A percentage is a number or a ratio that is expressed as a fraction of 100. It is often denoted using the percentage sign, and that's the percentage sign. Okay, I think students are aware of this sign. Yeah, so this is the sign that we use to represent a percentage. And this means that if I say 10%, then I can express it as 10 upon 100. Since 0 and 0 can cancel, so it will become 1 upon 10. And it can also be written as 0.1. Okay, that was simple. I think most students know this. Okay, a percent can also be expressed as a decimal or a fraction. A half can be written as a percentage, 50%, as a decimal as 0.5, and as a fraction as 1/2. Okay, remember all these forms, because you can be given any one of these forms in a question and you should not go wrong in that. Okay, is that fine? Okay, good. Yes, fine. Be interactive and let me know if there is anything that you want me to explain again or go back to. Okay, here's a question. There are 3 cooking classes offered in a night school. Each class is limited to 25 students, so we can have total number of students as 25. The Chinese cooking class has 23 students. The Italian cooking class has 18 students, and the French cooking class is full, which means that the French cooking class has got 25 students already. What percent of the total possible number of students are enrolled? Okay, is that piece of information helping you? Rahul, please rethink. Read the question again. There aren't so many students in the class. Yeah, Deven has the answer there. Good. Yes, Deven has corrected the answer. Anket, yes. The total number of students are going to be 75. Each class is limited to 25 students, and there are 3 cooking classes offered. So 3 into 25 is 75 total number of students. Deven, please rethink. There's something going wrong there. Okay, let's move one step further. 66 students are enrolled out of 75. Convert that into percentage. Yes, the answer to that question is 88. Ananya, rethink your answer. Deven, yes, you are right now. Ravi is correct. Ankesh is correct. Yes, 88%. Aryan, right, you are right. Everybody is correct by now. Ananya, do you want to rethink your answer? You can use your calculator. See, something has gone wrong there. The answer to the question is 88. Yes, 88 is the answer. Yeah, anyone has to say something? Somebody was saying something. Parth Jain has joined us. Hello Parth, how are you?
Good.
Yes, good, great. Keep your microphone off, on the off mode.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, good. You can use the chat box, Parth, in order to interact. Thank you very much. Vishwa says nope. Yes, what is it nope for? Vishwa, I will allow you to use the microphone. That will be a little fast. No questions. Oh wow, that's good. That's nice. That's very good. That's very good. Okay. One of the most typical questions that are there on the examination are based on this idea of percentage. Pretty much most students go wrong on this question most of the times. So let's see this class whether they can answer this question. It says that a skateboard is reduced 25% in price in a sale. The old price was 120. Find the new price. Rahul already has the answer, but okay, that's fine. Anybody else? And Aniket has the answer there. Ravi, yes, he's still working it out. Okay, he has the answer again. Fine. Anybody else? Devane, Devane might have to rethink the answer. Oh, he says sorry. Okay, fine. That's good. I would like to work out the answer like this. Let the old price of the skateboard be 100. Yeah, that's fine, Devane. That's fine. That's fine. So far as you're getting the answer, I'm happy. Therefore, the new price of the skateboard is going to be 75. Okay, 100 corresponds to 120. 75 corresponds to how much? So the answer to that question is 90. Yes, Rahul, you are right. Cross multiplication, correct. Right. Okay, I would rather prefer to use this method. This will always work. Okay, but you can have any of your methods. That is absolutely all right. Whatever you are comfortable. I am fine with this method, but students can use the method of their choice. Okay, absolutely all right. Okay, so far as you are getting the answer, that is absolutely right. Vishwa says, okay, I think, yeah, okay. Okay, fine. I think everybody is with me. Is that all right? Did anyone like the method I have shown there? Let the old price, yes, good. Thank you, Aryan. Thank you very much for appreciating that. Oh, that's good, Vishwa. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's easier. Yes, that's right. You will find this method easy. Yes. And surely you will get the answer. Based on the same idea, what I have done is I have changed the question slightly. So instead of saying reduced, this time I have made it increased by 30%. Can you use the same method to find the answer? Okay. This was the method I used. I started off by saying that let the old price be 100. So the new price is going to be 75 because it will be 25% less. So that is why it will be 75. And then I used a simple cross multiplication to get the answer. So this time what I'm saying is a skateboard is increased 30% in price. The old price was 120, find the new price. Oh, I already have answers there, that's nice. Rishik was the first one to answer the question. Very good, Ankit followed. Shrishti, oh, she's the first time she has answered the question. Shrishti, good. You were the third one to answer that question. Yeah, Diven has the answer there. Excellent, Diven, you are using the method. Vishwa also has the answer. Okay, so 100 corresponds to 120, 130 corresponds to how much? So the answer to that question is 156. Very good. I think by this time everybody is there. Ananya, I don't see you participating. I would like to see Ananya participating. You were very good last time, Ananya. I saw you participating quite some time last time. Ravi, you can participate, please. And Parth came in late, so I can understand he's not participating. Okay, fine. So let's move ahead. Okay, I would like to see Ananya participating. Ananya, sorry, just figuring it out where I messed up. Okay, fine. Yes, Ananya, good. Dhiren has a method there. Okay. Okay, so far as it gives you the answer, I am absolutely fine. Yes, that's right. You need to cross multiply. Yeah, that's exactly what is there on the slide as well. You can see that. Okay, you can see I have done the same thing here. Even yes, yes, that's right. Yeah, people are getting it. Dhiven, you need to rethink. It's to 130. I think that's something going wrong there, but then Dhiven recorrected it and got the answer. Yes, right. Chat bar froze. Aryan. Oh, okay. Okay, that's something technical. Okay, but is it fine, Aryan? Is it fine now? Yeah, Dhiven has the answer 156. Very good. That's fine. Okay, Aryan. I think that's something technical. You need to look into that. Okay. Fine. I would like to see more students participating. Okay, Rahul, yeah, Parth, please participate. Next question. Yeah, you've been in the class for quite some time now. Long for the message to be sent. Oh, okay. Dhiven has that problem. Okay, fine. You might have to try to figure that out. Okay, fine. Let's move. That's again an important formula that one needs to know. Yeah, Ananya, thank you. Yeah, fine, Ananya. Let's move to the next slide. Percentage change is final value minus initial value upon the initial value multiplied by 100. Okay, that's the formula for percentage change. If the value of the percentage change is positive, there is a percentage increase. If the value of the percentage change is negative, and that is going to happen if your initial value is going to exceed the final value. Look at the numerator. The numerator is a difference, and therefore if the negative value or the value which has a negative sign before it is going to exceed this final value, okay, so that's the sign that is important and that is going to make the answer positive or negative. So if the initial value, that is I, is going to exceed f, then we will end up with a negative value. But if the I is going to be less than f, then we will end up with a positive value. Okay, so that is one sign that is going to be important. Okay, another place where most students make a mistake in this formula is that the denominator is the initial value. Yes, Rahul, you are right. The same concept for profit loss also. Yes, you are right. Absolutely. Good contribution, Rahul. Very good. You have started relating things to what you have already learned in class. Very good. Yes, it's the same concept like profit loss. There are also formulas for profit percentage and loss percentage, but that we can see in another class. Today we will be focusing on percentage increase and percentage decrease. Okay, here are two examples. What is the percentage change from 2 to 5? So percentage change is final value 5 minus 2 upon 2 into 100. So 3 divided by 2 into 100, which is 150. Dhiven, the answer is on the slide. It's 150. Okay, please check. I think you have added, or what have you done? I'm not able to figure that out. Or is it a typo? Dhiven, is it a typo? 102.50% is what you're saying. The answer is not right. Okay. The next thing is if the value of the percentage change is positive, there is a percentage increase. Yeah, Devin, I think that was a typo. I understand. That's okay. Ah, you got the question wrong. Okay. Okay, it was a simple question. Okay, the question simply says, what is the percentage change from 2 to 5? Okay, the question is simply asking you, this is the question. What is the percentage change from 2 to 5? Ah, okay, fine. So it's 2 to 5. Okay, so that is the answer. Percentage change is final 5 minus initial upon initial into 100. If the value of the percentage change is positive, yes, it is positive. So I would say that there is a percentage increase. Then what is the percentage change from 5 to 2? So percentage change from 5 to 2 is 2 minus 5 upon 5 into 100. And that is going to be negative 60. So negative 60%. If the value of the percentage change is negative, there is a percentage decrease. Yes, Aryan, right. Absolutely right. Yeah, the negative answer. So remember that the sign simply tells you that it is increase or decrease. That's all. That is all the significance of the sign is. So the interpretation of the answer is that there is a 60% decrease. Okay, that is the answer. Path, Jane. Okay, fine, sure. Definitely, Path. I will explain it again. So let's go back again to the formula. Okay, you can see the formula there. The percentage change formula says it's the final value minus the initial value divided by the initial value multiplied by 100. So if the question says what is the percentage change from 2 to 5, the percentage change from 2 to 5 will be 2 is the initial value because it's going from initial to final. So final minus initial divided by initial is 200, right? Is it clear, Parth? I think you said yes. So I think that means you are following it. Yes, Parth, are you following it? Yes, perfect. Good, very good. Okay, so is everyone with me? Any questions? Okay, fine. Great. Thank you for responding. Okay. The next topic that we will be dealing with is probability. But before going on to probability, let us take a small break here. Okay, we can take a 5 minutes break. Okay, we can play a promo in between, take a break, and then we can come back again. Yeah, we will come back again. The session is not over. We are just breaking for the session. Yes, Parth. Okay.
Our professional leadership has shown us that schools are looking for a habit of leadership in the students that they choose to improve their intellectual capacity and survive
Hello.
Yes. Okay, so that was a nice 5 minutes break. The break was important because this topic is, I think for some of you it will be a new topic. How many students have done probability in class before? How many students have done probability? Yeah. Can everybody hear me?
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hello. Sir.
Yes. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Sir.
Yes. Aryan? Aryan, can you put your microphone off? Aryan? Aryan? Hello? Aryan? Yes, thank you, Aryan. Can everyone hear me now?
Hello?
Hello, yes.
Hello, I can't hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
This is gone, I think.
Yes, crystal clear. Thank you, Vishwa. Ravi?
I can hear you now.
Yes. Okay, fine. So just put off your microphones, please. Thank you, everybody. Yeah. Okay, so how many of you all have done probability before? How many students in this class have done probability before? Parth says me, Aryan also says me, Vishwa, I have sir, very good. Quite a lot of students, good. That's nice. I guess everyone. Okay, great. Great, Devan. Thank you. I have last year. Oh wow, that's very nice. So you're already a year mature in the program. Fine, good. Let us start with the important probability rules first. Probability of an event ranges from 0 to 1. So if I say that the probability of an event is 0, it means that the probability that the event will occur, okay, the probability for that event occurring does not exist at all, which means that the event will not occur. So the probability of an event is equal to 0 means the event will never occur. And if the probability of the event is 1, then the event will definitely occur. The sum of all probabilities for all the possible events is always going to be equal to 1. So if you are going to add up probabilities, the sum of the probability will always be equal to 1. The probability that event A and B both occur is equal to the probability that event A occurs times that probability of event B occurs. So remember that whenever you have AND, it is times. Times means multiplication. So in probability, AND means multiplication. So if they say probability of event A and probability of event B, it means probability of A times probability of B. If the occurrence of event A changes the probability of event B, then event A and event B are dependent events. Okay, so this is very important concept. You may be tested on this idea of dependent events, and we will look at this particular idea a little more in detail also. On the other hand, if the occurrence of event A does not change the probability of event B, then event A and B are independent events. Okay. Good question, Aryan. He needs an example there. Definitely, I'll give you an example. That's my next slide. So let's look at this is another important idea, which is the probability that event A will occur is equal to 1 minus the probability that event A will not occur. Okay, we will come to that also, complements of probability. Okay, but first let's look at this example. Suppose you have two bags with the exact same sets of marble inside. Let's say there are 4 red, 5 blue and 9 yellow marbles in each bag. Yeah, Vishwa, I'm doing that. I'm explaining both dependent and independent. Okay, both are there in this. One is in blue, one is in green. So I'll explain both. For the first bag, you reach in and make a selection. You record the color and then drop the marble back into the bag. Okay, this is a very important statement here. You are dropping the marble back into the bag, which means that at any point, whenever you are making a draw, whether it's your first draw or second draw or third draw, the total number of marbles are going to remain the same, which in this case is going to be 4 plus 5 plus 9, which is 18. Okay, so every time you're going to draw the marble from the bag, okay, every time you're going to draw the marble from the bag, the total number of marbles are always going to remain the same. Okay, you then repeat the experiment a second time. This experiment involves a process called width replacement. So wherever you are going to do a width replacement case, okay, we will conclude that the probability of the events are going to be independent of each other. The probability of occurrence of the events are going to be independent of one another. Okay, Parth, I will come back to you. Yes, you are right, Shrishti. We are taking the marble and we are putting it back. So it is replacement. That's right. So whenever you are going to replace the marble, okay, we will have a situation of independence. You put the object back into the bag so that the number of marbles to choose from is the same for both draws. Yes, in the first one we put the marble back. Let the entire class be with me. Okay, we will go step by step. Otherwise, there will be a lot of questions coming up, and it will be difficult to answer. Yes, in the first instance, where the slide is having the blue color information, the information in blue, that is a width replacement case. Now see what is happening is in the second one, which is in green, there's a little change that is happening there. From the second bag, you do exactly the same thing, except after you select the first marble and record its color, you do not put the marble back into the bag. You then select a second marble, just like the other experiment. This experiment involves a process called as without replacement. Without replacement is a situation which involves dependent events. You do not put the object back in the bag, so the number of marble is one less than the first draw. As you might imagine, the probabilities of the two experiments will not be the same. Okay, now I will ask the class if there is any doubt. Okay, I am calling the with replacement as independent and the without replacement as dependent. If I go back to my previous slide, if the occurrence of A changes the probability of B, so where would the occurrence of an event change the probability of the occurrence of the next event in the second instance, which I have marked as D in case of without replacement? Because what is going to happen is the next event is going to be having another probability and not the one that the first event will have. Okay, let's look at an example. Let's further go and check this example. Okay, so let us look at how the probabilities will change. I think after this slide, everybody will be very clear. If there is still doubt, I will come back to everyone. It says that a jar contains 2 red and 5 green marbles. A marble is drawn, its color is noted and put back in the jar. This process is repeated total of 4 times. What is the probability that you selected 4 green marbles? Diven, read the question carefully. Rishik, Aryan, read the question carefully. Okay, on the chat box, can students tell me, when I say that a marble is drawn, its color noted and put back, is this a situation of with replacement or without replacement? It's a situation of with replacement. Excellent, Aryan. Excellent, Diven. Parth, please rethink over. Ananya, you're right. Yes, Parth says sorry. Okay, no problem, Parth. That's okay. I get it. Okay, great. Parth is getting it. Fine. Good. The total number of marbles are 7. Is everyone with me? 2 red and 5 green. So total number of marbles are 7. The total number of red marbles are 2. The total number of green marbles are 5. And that's the answer. Excellent, Ravi. Ravi has done a good job there. Very good, Ravi. Rishik, Aryan, they were right in a way because their first part was correct, but they missed out this information. Remember that it did not ask you to find out the probability of the green marble, but it asked you to find out 4 green marbles. Yes, Rishik, right. Vivian, correct. That is right. 625 divided by 2401. That's right. Got it. Rahul. Parth, did you get it? Did Parth get it? Yes, Parth. Excellent. Very good. You're getting it now. Fine. Great. Let's look at another sum. Exactly the same piece of information, except that a marble is drawn, its color is noted, and I think it should be and put back and not put back should be there. Yes, it should be not put back. Okay, so if it is going to be not put back, then that is what is going to happen. Yes, Shrishti is right. Aryan, yes. Yes, you will have to simplify your answer. That's a very good question, Ananya, you asked. Yes, you need to simplify the answer because the examiners want to see the answer in its lowest form. Okay, they need to see the answer in the lowest form, the most simplified form. Devin, yes, you're right. Very good, Devin. Yes, I think almost everyone is getting it now. Yeah, Vishwa, good. No, you will not get the mark if you don't simplify, Vishwa. You won't get the mark. Yes, Aryan, I think your question was that should we simplify the answer? Yes, you need to simplify the answer or else you won't get the mark. You have to simplify the answer. Yes. Can we use a calculator for this? ASMA students can use the calculator. AMC students cannot use the calculator. AMC students cannot use the calculator. ASMA can use the calculator. Okay, let's move to the next question. Yeah, Vishwa has another question here. GDC calculator. Yeah, you can use the GDC, no problem. That's okay. GDC is allowed. Okay. We are on another problem now. We are on another problem now. Tiles with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inclusive are placed in a bag and are drawn randomly, one at a time, without replacement. Yeah, I'm reading the question. Yeah, Srishti, I'm reading the question. It's only that word without that has got cut in the slide. I'll have to check that. Because if I try to replace that now, it will take a lot of time. What is the probability that all odd numbers will be chosen first? I already have an answer there from Rahul. Rahul has already answered the question. Yes. Is that the answer? Did everybody get the answer? Did everyone get the answer? Well, let me explain the question. Tiles with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inclusive are placed in a bag and are drawn randomly one at a time without replacement. Okay, it is without replacement. So without replacement means if initially there are 7 numbers, then the total number of tiles are going to be 6, then the total number is going to be 5, and finally it is going to be 4. If the total number of odd numbers that are there is 1, 2, 3 and 4, and that is why this is 4, the numerator is 4, then 4 divided by 7 is going to be the probability of drawing an odd number in the first draw, then it is going to be 3 by 6, then 2 by 5, then 1 by 4. Remember, each time you are drawing an odd number because the question asked is odd number. Yes, Diven is trying to explain. Yes, that's right, Diven, you followed it. Good. Anybody else? Yes, it can't go to 0 because there are only 4 odd numbers there. Confusing, Aryan. Understood. Great. Very good. Is everybody with me? Shrishti? Shrishti, Rahul, Ananya, yes? Ankit, Rishik. Okay, everybody has understood. Okay, that's great. That's very nice. Okay. So now the class should try this problem. 2 counters of solid color and 1 striped counter are on the table, as well as there is a white counter and a black counter. Your little sister races in and takes a counter from the table and leaves with it. Your little brother also takes a counter. What is the probability that the counter your brother took is striped? First, answer the question whether this is a with replacement or without replacement case. Is it with replacement or without replacement? Excellent, Rahul. Excellent. Excellent. Yes, Ankit, Aniket, Aryan. Yes, very good. Good. So sometimes actually you need to understand the sense of the question. Yes, Parth, you can read the question again. Read the question again. Okay. Does anyone have the answer to the question? Does anyone have the answer to the question? Okay. Okay, I have put up on the slide, I have put up a part of the question, a part of the solution. This is from the sister's perspective who comes in first. There are 5 counters on the table. How many of you have counted 5 counters? Yes, Parth, you are right, it is without replacement. Great, very good. How many of you have found that there are 5 counters on the table? The stripe counter should remain on the table. The chance your sister picked up solid counter is 4 by 5. Now comes the brother, and the brother has to select the striped counter, and there is only one striped counter. Now we join both these, because remember, when I'm going to say, see how I'm going to say the how I'm going to express this statement. So I'm going to say that the sister is going to select a counter, and the brother will also select a counter. So when I use the word and in probability, what does that mean? It means multiplication. And that's the answer. Yes, it's only asking for the brother. You are right, Devin, but there is a sister's information given before. So you need to incorporate both the information in the question. You need to incorporate both the information given in the question. Yes, Ananya, good question. That is the reason why I have taken into consideration only 4 counters that are solid. That is the reason why I have taken only 4 counters that are solid. That is how I assure that the sister will select, the brother will select the striped counter. It very clearly specifies. Vishwa, read the question carefully. Read the question carefully. Yes, Vishwa got it now. Very good. Yes, Parth, we have to take the sister also. Yes, Aryan. Yes, the probability is the chance of that event happening, that the sister is going to select a counter which is solid, and the brother will select the counter that is striped. Yes, you must always take this question in the order it comes in. Take the first information, then take the second piece of information. Yes, that's right, Devin. Since 1 is gone, the total number of counters that remain on the table are only 4. Yeah, that is why I've written 4 counters are remaining. Okay, great. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, this is not a question. I'm going to introduce you to another idea. It's a plane figure which is called as a rectangle. Everybody knows that a rectangle is a 4-sided flat shape where internal angle is right angle, which is 90 degrees. Opposite sides are parallel and of equal length. This is how a rectangle looks like. This is what is the area of the rectangle. The area of the rectangle is length. So this is the length and this is the width. There is one more part of this rectangle, which is the diagonal. So what is coming on the screen now is a diagonal. I will call this diagonal as D1. Then comes another diagonal, that is D2. And the property of the diagonal is the length of D1 is equal to the length of D2. Okay, have a quick review of the slide. Just have a quick review of the slide. Okay. Note down the formula for the area of the rectangle. The area of the rectangle is length into width. And note down the property of the rectangle's diagonals. The diagonals of the rectangle are equal. Yes, great. Length into breadth is also correct. Width is also sometimes called as breadth. Yes, it's the same thing, right, Aryan? Okay. What is that which is appearing on the screen now? What is that which has appeared on the screen now? Circle. Very good. Shrishti was the first one to answer that question. Excellent. Very good. Everybody knows that. Aryan, it's not a circle, it's a circle. Okay. That is called as the radius of the circle. Okay. That is called as the radius of the circle. What is the radius of the circle? The radius of a circle is the distance from the center of a circle to any point on the circle. This is also therefore the radius of the circle because it is on any point on the circle joining the center of the circle. And 2 times the radius is the diameter. Very good, Rahul. The diameter of a circle is twice as long as the radius of the circle. Okay, that's right. This is a concept. Okay, what we have done now is a concept. Now that's the question that you need to answer. If the width of a rectangle is 2 meters and the length is 3 meters longer, find the area of the rectangle. Excellent. Rahul was the first one to answer that question. Very good. Rishik, very nice. You have used the unit there. Okay, you have used the unit. So Rishik says the answer is 6 meters square. Very nice. Okay, that's the answer appearing on the screen with the unit. Okay, don't forget to write the unit. Ananya, 3 into 2 is 6, not 8. Okay, how would you answer this question? See, there's another question appearing. Yes, Ananya, that's fine. It was a typo, he said. That's okay. Okay, if the area of the rectangle is 12 meters squared and the length is 3 meters longer, find the width of the rectangle. Yes, the first one to answer that question is Dhiven. 4 meters. Very good with the unit. Yes. So that's the answer. It is 4 meters. Part, very good. Very good part. Okay, now let's look at another question. Yes, it's 4, right. Let's look at another question. Rahul is saying something. Rahul, are you asking me something? Okay, fine. There's a question now which is appearing on the screen. If the rectangle were 2 meters wider and 3 meters longer, its area would be 64 meters larger. But if it were 3 meters wider and 2 meters longer, the area would be 68 meters square larger. What are the dimensions of the rectangle? Lot of information is there in this one question. What I would suggest is, as a hint, that you take this piece of information first, then take this piece of information, Dhiven, rethink. Dhiven, you will have to rethink your answer. So let us start by saying that let the length of the rectangle be L and the width of the rectangle be W. A rectangle that is 2 meters wider will be interpreted as W plus 2. And a rectangle that is 3 meters longer will be interpreted as L plus 3. Deven was the first one to give the correct answer. Shrishti, read the question carefully. Area of the rectangle is length into width. We have already seen that. And this is your first equation. Deven, congratulations. You are the first one to answer that question correctly. Very good. Rahul, rethink. You are bringing in too many variables. You won't be able to solve the question. If you already have L and W, you don't need an X there. Okay, how many of you have got this part of the question? Just look at the solution and tell me if you have got it. Okay, Adi, read the question again. The solution is right next to it. Interpret each and every line. Parth, read the question. Read the question, the part which is in the yellow box. Read that information. And then similarly, if students have got it, Deven, you have got the idea, so why don't you get the second equation from the information that is now in the red box? Get the second information. So a rectangle that is 3 meters wider is W plus 3, and a rectangle that is 2 meters longer is L plus 2. Area of the rectangle is L into W, and that's your second equation. Okay? Okay, but the question doesn't end there. There is more to the question. Expanding the left hand side, I will get this. So now I have opened the bracket. And what I get is an equation which is 3W plus 2L is equal to 58. Same way, expanding the left hand side of equation 2, and I will get another piece of information which is 2W plus 3L, which is equal to 62. Solve these equations simultaneously, and what you will get is W is 10 and L is 14. Okay, Rahul says okay, so that's good. Yes, that's right. Very good. Aryan also has got it. Shrishti, Deven, Parth. Shrishti, is that clear? Vishwa, okay, great. Okay, very good. Okay, I've changed the question now. Look at that question. Given the circle with center C and the rectangle BCDE, find the measure of the length of the diameter of the circle C. Okay, there is a diagram given there. Anybody who has the answer? Yes. Anyone? Is AB 5? Yes, Ravi, AB is 5. No, Aryan, 14.5 is not the answer. $14.5 is not the answer. No, Deven, 10.25 is also not the answer. Rahul, you shouldn't have asked me that question. It's very clearly given here, it's a rectangle. It is not a square, it's a rectangle. It is, the information is in the question. Vishwa is also wrong. This is a very simple question, very simple question. Okay. We saw the property, we saw the property of the diagonal of a rectangle. The diagonal of a rectangle is equal. Yes, Ravi, you are right. 19 is the answer. Diagonals of a rectangle are equal. So therefore, this length is going to be 9.5. And the radius of a circle is always equal. So this also is 9.5. And therefore, 9.5 plus 9.5 is 19. 9.5 plus 9.5 is 19 because this is the radius. Because this is the radius and this is also the radius. It was a very simple question based on the property of rectangles. The property of rectangle says that the length of the diagonals of the rectangle are always equal. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay. If the length of a Loch Ness monster, I have given a picture of a Loch Ness monster so that there's no confusion there. It's like a dinosaur. Is 20 meters. Yes, it's a myth. Very good, Rahul. It's a myth. A Loch Ness monster is a myth. If the length of the Loch Ness monster is 20 meters and half its own length, how long is it? How long is the monster? I have some answers there. Let the length of the Loch Ness monster be L. So this will be the equation. L is equal to 20 plus. Yes, that's right, Devin. So the length of the Loch Ness monster is 40 meters. Very good. That's right. Yes, very nice. Now I think everybody has the answer. Okay. Yes, very good. I think everybody has the answer now. Okay, let's look at this question. This is a question that encompasses the ideas that we have done. We did ratio in the beginning. Then we did some concepts of rectangle. Okay. Can you answer the question on the screen? You would need your pen and paper. You would need your pen and paper to work this out. A square is drawn inside a rectangle. The ratio of the width of the rectangle to the side of a square is 2:1. So now if everyone has understood what a width is, what a side is, then this interpretation should not be a problem. The ratio of the rectangle's length is its width to its width is 2:1. That's how a ratio is represented. Okay, we did that some time back. This is how the ratio is represented. What percentage of the square's area is inside the rectangle? So if you see, look at this question. This question is encompassing everything that we did today except probability. It has got ratio, it has got percentage, it has got rectangles. Yes, I'm waiting for the answer. Read the question carefully, Ananya. There is no confusion. Shrishti has the answer there. Diven has the answer. Diven gave the answer first. Then Shrishti gave the answer. Rishik, read the question carefully. The question is not asking you to give a ratio, it is asking you to give the percent. Rishik, read the question carefully. Careless mistakes can cost you great marks. Rishik, read the question carefully. Since they are asking for the ratio of two things, we can say that the size of the square is anything that we want. So if we say that it is 1, then the width of the rectangle is going to be 2 and the length is 4, thus making the total area of the rectangle as 8. The area of the square is 1 because 1 into 1, and so the answer is 12.5%. Rishik, the answer is 12.5. Yes, you made the change. Very good. So Dhiven was right the first time itself. Then Shrishti, very good. Right. Okay, great. Ananya also got it. Very good. So this is a question that typically combines so many concepts together, almost everything that we did today. Okay, so we are at the end of our session. If there are any questions that anyone has, you can share on the chat. If you want me to go back to a particular slide or something like that, I am fine with that. Okay. Are there any questions? Anybody? Yes. Vishwa has a question here. I think I should answer this question. And Dhiven, I will answer your question also. Vishwa, question is, sir, is that all that we need to know for the exam? See, remember one thing, that this class is to introduce you to the kind of questions that are there, that are going to be there on the examination. But in order to have a better score in these papers, you need to practice. You have already got the workbooks, and you should start practicing from these books. They are self-assessment books that have got the answers as well. But remember that this class is going to help you understand the kind of questioning that is going to be there. It will also help you understand how to approach the question. What is the concept that is required in order to answer these questions? Okay, there is some deep thinking that is there in that. Okay, but remember that a class like this cannot be treated as a sufficient class for preparation. It is a class that will help you to get introduced to the kind of questions that are going to be there on the examination. I hope I have answered your questions. Deven has this question, is this a prep for AMC as well as asthma? Yes, I would like to clarify this question. This class, I would say, can be a session for both asthma as well as AMC. The question that you are seeing on the slide, or rather the slide that you saw in the end, that is the kind of question that you would get on an AMC examination. It will have too many concepts put together in one question. Yes, Deven, asthma is easy, and I am sure I am going to see a good score there. You should really get a very good score, and you were very good in the class as well. Yes, you can definitely do this asthma examination. Yes, Deven is asking if he can do the asthma examination. Definitely. Yes, Shrishti, this is about. There are two levels of asthma. There is an asthma junior and an asthma senior. The senior level is based on grade 11 and grade 12, and the junior is 9 and 10. Parth, yes, I have answered that question earlier. Asthma, you can use a calculator. No, there is no asthma for 7, but there is a Gauss contest for 7 students, which is on the same lines as asthma. Students who want to take grade 7 students who want to take some examination in honors should go for the Gauss contest. Advice while you are going to give while you are answering the paper, be very alert. There may be a lot of hidden information. Read the question carefully and synthesize every portion of that test, every portion of that question. People in 7th can participate in asthma. Yes, people of 7th can participate in asthma exam, asthma junior, definitely. Yes, people of grade 7 are eligible to participate in the asthma contest. Yes, Rishik, you can even go for asthma. If you find that asthma is easy, then you can go for asthma examination also. You have already signed for Gauss and AMC, that's very good. Pascal, you can use calculator. Pascal calculator is allowed. If you need any further assistance on examination, we have someone who can help you from our Hyderabad office. Her name is Pranati Patel. She can help you with your questions. Pranati, if you can share your email ID on the chat, then students can get back to you in case if they don't have your email. Pranati, you can share your email ID. Yes, that's the email ID, support@transitionslab.com. Pranati can share her email ID. We have a number directly. Somebody can call us also at our Hyderabad office and get all the information, material. Any issues, any questions you have, please put it to Pranati. Pranati will be able to help you out with that. That's the number. Pranati has shared her number as well. You can call her up. She can help you out. She knows the programs in and out, so she can help you out with all the information you require. Even the information regarding the examinations like calculators being allowed, not allowed, duration of examination, whatever you want to know, pose a question to Pranati. She will be able to help you all out. You can even write to her or call her on 9393264463. Any other questions? Okay, fine. So I wish all the students all the best. 8th October is your examination. So all the best to everyone. And I am very sure, like our students in Mumbai, I will be seeing great results coming from Hyderabad this year as well. And I can see some very good students on the chat in the group, and I'm expecting great results from them. Okay, please keep in touch with the office in case you need any information or any help. Thank you very much. Goodbye and good night.